Welcome to the Free Idea Podcast. Go ahead.
Hey, here, Diego Setien, my guest for the Free Idea Podcast. Next episode. Let's go, brother.
Yes, sir.
So
Yeah,
we were talking about an idea that would like to share. Diego, would you like to share your incredible
yeah.
idea?
My idea is implementing Roombas that instead of picking up trash, pick up tennis balls because I like to play tennis. And somebody brought it up when I was playing tennis in Dallas. They were like, "Wouldn't it be so great if we had Roombas that picked up the balls for us older people? Because the people playing next to me were a lot older." And I was
Not
like,
bad
"Yeah,
news.
yeah, that would be great." I was like, and it stuck with me because it's true. I mean, it's already like the programs are it's already there. So it's maybe just a mechanism thing to implement.
Yeah,
What do you
I
think?
agree. I think that's an incredible idea that would definitely sell if you were to sell it to the tennis courts. So like you program it so that it doesn't step on you, like you don't step on it, it doesn't go where you're playing, but it's constantly picking balls that are out in the square. And if you get really, really good at this, I think it could even be implemented to other sports. I don't know which sports, maybe golf or any other sport where you're throwing balls, maybe
Basketball, bowling? No, no, no,
bowling.
no, not those, not those.
Bowling, that's actually, yeah, Roomba that picks up the
But
pins. I don't know.
yeah, but
That's the
maybe
funny.
something like that. It has like maybe like a laser, like 360 view of like lasers pointing out like straight away.
Yeah.
Maybe not a laser like for every degree, but where it detects like obstacles and it detects that they're green color because most tennis balls, if not all, are green. So no, oh, the closest tennis ball is 2 feet away, advancing towards it, and then maybe later it can go faster, like an RC, like with an RC motor or something, to
Oh,
pick up
yeah.
everything
Hell
after
yeah.
like a coach gave the lessons and they don't want to pick up the balls and he has the students taking a water break and just saves everyone's back.
Yeah, that's the future. I like that idea. I would 100% sell. If anybody
Now,
out there wants to make a Roomba that picks up tennis balls, the idea is there for the taking. You need somebody
oh, no.
focused enough and with the resources and the time and all that. But it sounds like you could sell it to some fancy clubs, fancy
Yeah,
gym,
the
the
rich
rich
ones, or
ones,
something like that.
and the
What
ones
else can
who
we
want
put
to
in a room?
impress.
What else can we put in a Roomba?
Well, in the previous episode, I was talking with Chris that we could also put in the Roomba an accessory with like a sticky pad with a light, a blue light for bugs. And as it goes around sucking stuff, it can catch bugs at night. Maybe like mosquitoes because it's moving around, so it's attractive. And they keep
Uh-huh.
chasing it and they don't notice and they fall into the glue. And then you can just peel the glue off and to reveal a new sheet of glue.
It's innovative. It's like it's hunting. The Roomba's hunting. What
Yeah.
if you added like a Roomba, but that is like a firefighter Roomba, like
W-
can go into like
Yeah.
burning buildings and it follows heat.
And it's slowly throwing water and crashing into
Instead of like
things.
a little hose, like a straw hose.
A straw house. And then it gets stuck under the sofa, like always.
It gets stuck, yeah, and then it's like under a burnt rug.
That would be cool with a drone connected to a hose that it's
Yeah,
flying and it has
and
enough
like
power.
that actually would be yeah, like connecting like the yeah a hose, but like the hose is connected to the fire truck or something,
Yeah, exactly.
and it's just I mean it's strong enough to carry the rest of the hose and aim like
Yeah.
have like a mechanism that can make the hose itself aim, and people are controlling it with like a steam controller
The
or
steam
something like that.
control like a
They
video
yeah
game.
they do
You
that
get all your
for Ukraine kamikaze. Like they use
yeah. But how do you jump from that to kamikaze drones?
well I saw a video they were of Ukraine and they were using a Steam console like a Steam like a Switch like the Nintendo Switch
Oh, okay.
and the screen was a drone.
Oh, that's what you meant. Okay,
Yeah,
that
like
makes sense.
being controlled by like a module like that.
Yeah, totally makes sense. That would be so cool and definitely help with any houses that are under fire, even during war. Imagine like fire truck that as soon as it stops at a house that's burning, 10 drones come out of it with 10 hoses connected to them. And like an automatic robot just starts spraying the fire. There's no firefighters, there's no human. It's just a fire truck
Mm.
remotely controlled or automatically controlled. Just stops there and then 10 drones come out and it starts putting fire.
And they do like a sprinklers, but like air sprinklers, like they're in the air or something, or
Oh yeah,
they're
that's
aiming
true.
for like heat. Well, maybe they're aiming like automatically. They aim for like they have like infrared camera that reads heat and the parts that are the highest, like highest in temperature. It aims right there.
Yeah, that'd be so
Damn,
cool.
that'd be like a technology used for good rather than it would balance humanity's wrongdoings. Maybe.
Wrongdoings, and if you want to make it a speed run to cancellation, then you switch those hoses with flamethrowers.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And now
Like
you created a war machine.
a war.
What do you call that? A war crime?
A war. Oh yeah, war crime. Combine. Yeah. Because
Yeah.
when did they? Well, flamethrowers came out. You said we had talked early. World War One.
I think, yeah. According to the movie I saw, if movies are accurate, they came out in World War One by the
World
French
War One.
and Germans.
Um, do you think they would have nightmares after
If
people
they
who would handle
survive.
fire? Yeah, the people who would handle the flamethrowers.
Yeah. Imagine the
Like I don't know.
PTSD.
Yeah, like they hear like people cheering, or they're at a there would be like a concert or something. But like in the 1980s or 1980s, like 1960s, whatever time it happened, like the war, and they would confuse and distort the cheering
Yeah.
with ag- with agonizing, painful screams.
Okay, that's messed up, but yes. And in a rock and roll show, and the fire comes out of the show, and then they like get PTSD with it,
Yeah.
like so many
What would
Vietnamese.
happen to them? They would like collapse, or they would go straight into like war mode and try to control that fire.
I don't know.
Super. I don't know.
That's crazy. I just keep thinking about ideas to help humanity. That was a nice twist. So what else can we do with Roombas?
Mm,
How about ice? You know the
oh
ice
yeah.
rings? They need to
Um.
be constantly cleaned by this big old machine. I don't know what this big old machine does.
Oh
Do you know which
yeah.
one? Looks like a grass cutter.
Yeah, like a grass cutter, but smooths the ice.
Yeah. Imagine that with 10 Roombas.
10 or like in a single file, as if like
Hmm.
they're about to go into a medieval battle.
Yeah. Or that big machine, but because you're an engineer with computer science degree or something, you figure out a way to control remote it with a Steam Deck, like
Oh
Nintendo,
yeah,
and
yeah, like
you do it
Nintendo.
while sitting down.
That would probably be, yeah, more like more realistic to our time.
Yeah, that would
Rather than
be doable.
what about instead of ice, it's grass?
Oh, like cutting your own grass
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess like maybe we
with a
wouldn't have to do
Roomba?
a Roomba because the already like lawnmowers are electric where they power like they you hit the accelerator just like a car, but instead of somebody having to hit the accelerator and aim the lawnmower cuts the grass by itself.
You know what? I've seen that. I think some people in YouTube have done some sort of control remote lawnmower, or there's already some of them that are like a Roomba that cuts grass. I think I've seen it somewhere, but it's such a cool idea. Automatic grass cutting.
What about a Roomba that's a clock that wakes you up and goes to your room and plays like I don't know, some song and like maybe it can shake your bed or I don't know, and
Yeah,
then it'd be
you can actually. Okay, that's
it's
fun. I think you can
like a
actually
clock
do that now.
like a clock that I heard this somewhere like a clock one of those like what if your clock that woke you up ran away and you have to chase it to stop it
Oh, I see
so
what you
you're
mean.
already out of your bed.
You could literally do that already by taping an alarm clock or your phone to the Roomba.
It is true. Yeah.
Just tape it to the Roomba and connect the Roomba to your room with the little charger on your room. And then make it so that the Roomba starts moving 5 minutes before your alarm. And then your alarm starts. And now you have to chase it.
Yeah.
under the bed or something. That
And
sounds like something Mr. Bean would do.
yeah,
Some genius,
okay,
some silly genius would do that. That's a great idea. Very
very
funny.
great idea. And what do you think of Trump removing immigrants, legal immigrants from the country?
I think he should use Roombas to sweep them off the crowd, and then robots
Roombas
to
that are
snatch
ICE,
the huh?
Roombas that are ICE, the border patrol.
Yeah, yeah. They say ice. When the Roombats get together, like three Roombats, they spell the letter ICE.
Oh,
He's Yeah. Let's get
to,
canceled
to
right
show
now.
to show
Let's get-
presence, to mark territory that ICE is there.
yeah.
There, and what if you did a drone that throws a cast like for like fishing, where it throws like like when you go fishing with a net and you try like you get a bunch of fish in one, or like people that like get like animals, they get a call like, hey, yeah, there's this dog or something on the street, can you catch it? And they throw like they have like a net that goes
Oh,
over it. What if you did
okay.
that, but to drones for for like implemented instead of a person shooting that net into an animal to catch it, with change it with drones, but
Yeah.
then also change instead of
No, don't go there. You're gonna go to ICE again.
yeah.
Catching immigrants. What's up with you and catching immigrants, brother? But we're joking, right? We gotta
Yeah,
say
we're,
that.
we're joking.
We gotta say we're joking.
We're
Or maybe
joking.
we don't. Maybe we're not joking. Maybe
To your interpretation.
interpretation. That's the worst thing you can say.
No,
No, I'm kidding.
no,
Yeah,
we're
we're
joking.
kidding. Totally kidding.
Yeah.
Allegedly, you could do it, right? So,
Um, what do you think? What about cars? What do we? What do we? I know you had talked about an episode where you make like universal car parts where you can just like you can their parts are easy to take off like Legos.
yeah,
What else could we?
a Roomba that you could take apart and like put a bigger engine and a bigger suck, and then maybe you could convert it into 100%
Into
mopping
to a sucking device?
to a mopping device. You convert it to a
Oh, mopping.
sucking device to a mopping device, so your Roomba no longer sucks. Wouldn't that be cool? You could imagine attachments for your Roomba. If you could put attachments on your Roomba, what would you put?
I would definitely put a speaker so it can play music.
Yeah,
So it's like a traveling speaker.
fly
I
on the
would put
bumblebee.
what else? Well, it mops. So I guess I mean it's already done. Like the thing that mops you change like the face of fabric that is used as a mop. That's already done. But I don't know what else.
How about some silly things like can you put a spoiler on it, like cars? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yes, like Lightning McQueen, like some.
Yeah, Lightning McQueen. Put a spoiler in it, put some fire flames on it, like stickers.
You make it look like a Beyblade.
Change the battery to a bigger battery and the motors to a bigger server. Add some control remote.
Yeah.
You just made an RC car.
With extra steps.
Yeah, but it looks like a Roomba. Hmm. Okay, what else? What else can we get on a Roomba? A self-driving Roomba that you get on it and it drives you everywhere you want. Oh, that's the
Like
Tesla. That's a Tesla right there.
with
A Tesla is just a Roomba with extra steps.
extra steps. Yeah, it's maybe a Roomba that has AI that conversates with you, and it has like the AI voice is like a human voice, and
Oh,
it's got jokes and very human voice, and you're talking to it as it's like cleaning or something.
hmm, that's
Like
interesting.
Alexa, implementing Alexa into a Roomba basically, but a more
Yeah.
humanized Alexa.
And could be connected by your phone, so it uses the power of your phone to connect to the internet and all that. So you don't have to put a brain on it. And I think I've seen some videos where there's something similar to that, where people buy this little tiny robot with eyes, and then family members can control it with a video feed. They can see with a video, and they can speak to you. Have you seen those videos on TikTok?
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
like
they're
someone.
running around it. It seems like one.
There's someone that does that. It's like a little ball-looking robot, that the family member controls, and it just activates, and then it speaks, and somebody's controlling it like a remote controller. And they're talking, and they can see everything, they can hear everything. It's kind of cute.
That's pretty. Yeah. Cool.
This sounds
Uh,
like a
like
Black
a
Mirror
Black Mirror
technology.
episode where the cute little robot that cleans and takes yes sir, yes ma'am, turns into like an assassin.
Oh,
Because
that's
it's really cool. That's an episode of something.
yeah,
Of Black.
yeah. Robots love and
Oh,
something.
Love Death Robot.
Yeah, that one. That's on Netflix. It's actually a good episode.
What about in order to never mind. I'm not gonna say that.
Gonna get canceled. Canceled, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're going to the Ukraine war again, aren't you?
No,
For immigrants or something.
no.
Nah, I'm kidding. Yeah, we're kidding.
Um,
Let's let's think about something else. How about Roombas on air? Can they do anything in the air?
they can. Well, is there any like let's see, cleaning wise
Oh, I got it.
air?
Yeah,
Like
they maybe the water makes more sense, like a little Roomba boat that just cleans the trash that's floating on the ocean.
oh, it's eating stuff. Oh,
Yeah. And then
I
it
think
goes
I've
back to
seen
the
that.
deck and drops all the trash.
Oh, I've seen like the mechanism where there's like a floating disc or something like that that's eating trash, but not just it's only that, and it's like next connected like to a boat, but like a Roomba that like once it's full, it goes somewhere and deposits and goes back.
Hmm.
Uh,
Uh, that would be useful to some places. Probably lakes would be the first place where you could use that because they
yeah,
don't
like
really move, and you're cleaning just the algae or something like the top little branches or trash or whatever.
what about let's see what else? Oh, what else we got?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can switch. Can be some other technology.
so one technology we can do. What can we do?
Try to think. There's cars that fly. Well, there's people. Let's talk about technology that we already see happening.
Oh, the people that are missing it. What if the people that are
Sorry.
missing an eye? Ah,
Um,
the people that are missing an eye, they put a fake eye on that has a camera. I saw one where they
oh
put a
yeah.
fake eye it's actually a flashlight. If they take the shower and like their fake eye is a flashlight, but what about a camera? Like that could be also a Black Mirror episode of somebody like people can go into your memories and they can see your point of view at any given time. It's all
Yeah.
kind of like
That's that. There's somebody who does that with a fake eye, and he has a flashlight. Like that's what you were saying, right? The one is
yeah,
famous on YouTube and TikTok.
yeah. Also, I had seen one where it was a like intro to a movie, but I guess this is more on the sci-fi. People disconnect themselves. People have two consciousness, and one consciousness is like at their home, like their family and like yeah, like family stuff, and the other consciousness is at work. So they disconnect. They disconnect their consciousness when it's time to go to work. They disconnect their
Mm.
consciousness from family, and they kind of like wake up at work, but while they're at work, they don't even know about their life of
Dang.
family. It's just
That Black
work.
Mirror episode?
And it's not a Black Mirror episode, but it's like a movie. It was like an intro trailer I had seen.
Wow.
It looks pretty. Well, it's like they find out that like what's going on. Like I'm working. It's like yeah, you don't have a your family self, like your other consciousness chose this, so it chose to go to work, which is why you're awake right now.
Wow.
And then you'll choose to go back to your first consciousness, which is the family, and then your family one will be like, "What?" Like,
That's
you know?
like, but you wouldn't enjoy life very much, right? It reminds me of the other movie where the guy has a controller and he speeds up his life. I
Oh,
don't know what it's called. Fast forward or something.
what about a Roomba that makes cemetery holes?
Cemetery Hall?
Or like, yeah, like you plug the machine there, and it just takes a 6 foot by whatever foot the like the hole is to like put like.
That's that's very useful for war times. Yeah,
Oh, oh,
that's
for
when you just
pandemic
want
time.
mass graves all the time. Just want to
Yeah,
keep digging.
secret.
Yeah, I guess
That's
you
sad
could.
though.
Hmm.
How would you feel deciding that, knowing that one day it'll be implemented in you, in like into your
Um,
grave, because
man.
it's having so much success. It's like the regular now.
Well,
Uh,
I guess you
would
wouldn't
you
care.
technically be digging your own grave?
Yeah, I guess it would be, but yeah, let's keep the jobs out. Let's kill some jobs. You're killing the people who dig graves.
You're right.
You're taking their jobs now by building a robot that digs graves. That's basically like an excavator that does work on its own.
Basically, right? Like automatic. Yeah.
Yeah, they could use it for pools later on. Just dig a pool. It's just a bigger grave. That sounds
Yeah.
so dark. Pool is just a bigger grave. A mass grave. Hmm. Oh my god. I have something on my throat. Perhaps a Roomba that brushes your teeth and gives you mouthwash.
Oh, you just smile and it brushes your teeth.
Yeah, it just brushes your teeth. And it
Eh,
runs away from you, or it just moves like that, so it brushes your teeth side to side.
what about? Let's see. Okay.
What do you see on the road that needs improvement?
I would say maybe a road that doesn't make sound. It's soundless.
Mm, that'd be nice.
That'd be nice. Like a rubber, maybe. I don't know what that would be, but like a rubber road, maybe that would not make, it wouldn't make noise, but then it'll maybe like tear off. What about a road that takes, converts the energy of like the tires going into electricity?
Yeah, that'd be cool. Like kind of like a treadmill or like a bar that pushes the ground or something. Like a trap, like those Minecraft traps, the ones that are like a floor that you click.
Yeah.
But that probably would make a lot of noise. There's a You reminded me of a video game that came up with that idea. It's called Death Stranding, where you drive on the highway and there's these little towers every so often that throw electricity at your car as you pass by and it charges it. Hmm. It's pretty cool if it was possible. Like different charging stations, like wireless. Imagine a wireless energy station
Or
that
like
as
you
you
rent it
drive,
out, like you pay the service and they drive by your house and they like charge your car wirelessly.
that too. I guess, yeah. Imagine that flying truck or a
Flag truck that
drone or
maybe
just
like
a fire truck.
like one of those antennas. Like if your city is rich enough, it can buy like one of those, like I don't know, like huge antennas that is really strong and it can conduct electricity through the air, through I don't know, through the oxygen or something. I don't even know. And it charges your car like that. So it's a wireless charging.
Yeah. That's that's the idea with Nikola Tesla. Is that where you got it from? Or you just thought about that?
No, well, I thought of it with the phones that you set on a specific surface that's like charged and it charges your phone without connecting it to anything. But like instead of being like direct contact from the phone to that base that's charged, have some space in between it instead. Like some, which it could be like I don't know.
Mm.
It could be like 1 foot of distance, and then 12, and then 500 and 1,000.
Yeah. I was remembering because at first it sounded like the idea from Nikola Tesla where he would make a tower that would give wireless energy to everything through the air. And he
I think
believed
that.
that that was possible. He believed it was, but he didn't have enough resources to make it happen, or he died before that happened. And so
Um,
people say that it's impossible. Yeah, I think he believes that it was possible to make
that
energy
I
free.
think I think he like built it around a cage. No, I just remember from I don't know, some movie that it was like the Tesla tower or something, and it was like around it was like a core, like a circle made out of metal, just like the circles that like in circuses, like motorcycle, like dirt bikes, they go in a circle. Like there's like three dirt bike riders. They're doing like they're
Oh,
inside like a bubble, like
like
a
a
bubble, and
disc.
they're going. Yeah, like a
like a
disc.
UFO tip.
Yeah,
I think that is actually an invention that he came up with, or it does exist. The Tesla coil, I think it's called.
yeah. And like the electricity is like you see it connect to the disc, and
Yeah,
like the power is inside the 3D circle.
it bounces. It bounces to people. There's people that make music with that in YouTube, where they get into a cage, like you were saying, and then the Tesla throws electricity and at certain frequencies, and they make music with the noise that it makes.
What if you know how Elon Musk was into chips for the brain?
Yeah,
What if it made it like it in the brain, like I don't know, like the chip gives like some hormones or some, or not hormones, but like signals. I don't know what it is, like electric currents. I don't know that
yeah.
makes you focused. You turn
Ooh.
on your computer, turn focus mode on, and then all of a sudden you
Huh.
go really like tunnel vision into whatever you're doing.
Yeah, that sounds
It
like
like
a movie.
dampens. It's like dampens all the outside noise, but it's in your brain. It's
And
like
you
you're on
wanna
medications.
that would work. Imagine now that with a super soldier where it does the same thing, but it blocks the pain receptors of your body
So it's like he's like bleeding out and still like
fighting.
fighting, and he like lost a leg and all his tendons are out, but he's still fighting.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. You know who else would probably use that? That is not a war. Bodybuilders. They would do that
Oh yeah,
just so they could
yeah.
carry more weight.
They would like go not until, well, I guess until failure, but like absolute failure
Yeah.
where like their muscles can't anymore. But they don't know that. I mean, they see it. They see this muscle struggling, but they don't. They could. There would be no difference to them.
That actually would be like an addiction. It would eliminate drugs for pain. Like some people would just have that on all the time
That
to
would be
never
the
feel
remedy.
pain.
But then what would happen to people who have it on for a long, long time,
Oh, yeah, that's
and
terrible.
then it goes, if something goes wrong with the, I don't know, the chip or whatever, and then their senses are back to normal, quote unquote, like how they were born. But
Yeah.
the normal is hardcore to them because they desensitize from it, desensitized.
You're
So
onto
they
something.
go they go insane, and then maybe like I don't know, they collapse
That sounds
from like
like a great idea for a dystopian movie or another episode of Black Mirror. A civilization where people don't feel pain because of the device they have. But somebody, I don't know, breaks it on an accident and then it becomes that.
yeah, like it hurts to breathe. It hurts like for the chest to something that wouldn't hurt to a normal person. It hurts to like somebody
To
that has
blink.
all. It hurts to blink because they're not the word pain is non-existent.
Yeah, we're into something new. You're into something with this brain technology.
What is mm,
What else could you do with a brain implant? Less pain. You could become happy immediately, sad immediately,
you can
angry.
choose your emotions like LED lights in your room?
Yeah, you could with a controller, the same controller
Yeah.
with the colors.
Yeah, it's like red is angry,
Yeah,
blue is calm, green is
maybe
like drugged
maybe when I feel
or
a little
sick.
gay,
Maybe
you
you want to feel
press
it again, put some pink on
you press the rainbow flag
the
color.
rainbow.
I don't know. That's
What
interesting.
would be a color that instead of like being like turning on the fully gay, turning on the fully straight, what color? Black? No, that's like empty. No, that would be black.
I
Would be
guess
like
there's only one color you. That's with W. White.
what?
We're just kidding. No
We're just
racism
kidding. Yeah,
here.
yeah.
We're not racist. It's just dabble in a little bit of colorism. I don't
Cool. Conversation.
know. Conversation. What else can you do with that technology? I like uh, this premise. If that's the
Uh,
word for it. Hmm. Could you?
so yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I guess because we were doing the chips enhancing things, or yeah, I guess enhancing things, and we also said like things that I mean it wouldn't make sense if we a chip that dehances things, like makes things less, makes things worse. Maybe like, oh, maybe a chip that makes things worse to torture or like prison time. Like
Damn.
they put a chip in somebody that committed, like let's say somebody committed a really bad crime that
Yeah.
they're repeating, uh,
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
and and they put the chip in them, and they basically the government plays a movie in their head of them are already spending 80 years in prison, but only 1 second happened in the actual patient or the prisoner's brain, and then they take out the chip and they're like, your jail time has been served. You can go live now, and it's
Damn.
only 1 minute passed in real time, but the prisoner lived a lie, like lived life in their brain for 80 years.
Yeah. That kind of it makes sense, but it also sounds like torture.
But yeah, it
Cause
would be more like because yeah,
yeah.
is prison torture? No, right? It's
Oh.
like it's just removing freedom.
Oh,
It's
I
not
guess. Yeah.
necessarily. I mean, removing freedom is a form of torture, but I guess yeah, like what I just said is more like straight up torture.
Okay. So you started with device that does torture, like that enhances the pain, and then you went to prison. So I was like, okay. But if you mean like prison, like instead of prison being prison, it's prison in your head. It's that's what you're talking about. You serve your sentence. But that'll be really advanced for sure. People wouldn't like that because imagine some rapist goes in there 1 minute and then he's out, and then you'll be like, oh yeah, he was there for 120 years.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, right. It's only
But
one
people
second.
would be like, hold on 1 second. Yeah.
It's like that what is it? SpongeBob scene where like they put SpongeBob in prison. They're like, if you can't do the crime, you can't don't serve it, or if you can't serve
Can't
the
do the
time, don't
time.
do the
Right.
crime.
Oh yeah.
And then jump for 1 second and like he's out again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
basically.
saw that. In and out, like the burger joint. In and out. That'd be cool for living your fantasies. That's kind of like a dream machine as well, where people
What
can live their
about
fantasy.
what about on the road? Well, no, I guess this is also very futuristic, but like the road tells you the nearest exit, but like if like as a driver, you look forward and on the concrete, there's like a number that tells you
Oh,
nearest exit is like 500 miles, and then it's like updating like a
yeah.
clock, and it's like
That
500 miles, 499, 488, 98, 497, like in real time. It's like like cars have like those LEDs, but they light up the road instead.
uh-huh.
So it's like the light is following the car. Same, it's
Oh
like same
yeah.
concept, but the LED is like or the light is in front of
The
you.
headlights. So the
So
headlights of
yeah,
your car are projecting the
oh
route.
yeah, so like yeah, the headlights are connected to like Google Maps, and it
Um,
shows you like it lights up. What
yeah.
if yeah, it lights up like take a right here, and there's like the arrow
Yeah,
on
that
the
is so
road
cool.
from your car lighting like the
Yeah.
arrow.
And it tells you the miles, like the numbers going down to the meters. Or
Yeah, like and like
that would
and
be
speed
cool.
or whatever.
I was thinking that is also already doable. Some I've seen it in some cars where they have a little projector by the driver's wheel that projects a light onto the windshield, and you can see your speed. It shows you your speed in numbers,
Oh,
like a projection
on the
on the
windshield.
windshield. Yeah.
Ah, yes, yes.
I've seen that in some videos that imagine that on the car, but with the maps. And then the most advanced version is what you say with the headlights on the road. That'd be really cool. It's driving ideas because you're driving.
Oh, yes. Also, like when you hit the horn on your car, that you can select different noises. So there's like a horn. Like supposedly, I remember when I was learning, like when I took like an online course for like the laws and rules of driving. It was like, oh, the horn is actually to to like tell people watch out, like there's something on the road. That's what it said. But people use it like to they're like, hey, you cut me off, like to express anger. What if
Yeah.
you could change the noise of the horn? Like a noise would be like, let me pass through, thank you, fuck you,
Yeah, of course.
and and that's it.
Yeah. Doesn't Tesla already do that with people that mod it? Mod the. I know
I guess
Tesla
so.
already you can
Yeah.
change what your wheel sounds like. Some people will change it to farts. They mod it to farts. That
Pretty
would definitely be doable right now. If somebody could hack,
cool.
jailbreak it, one of those
Jailbreak.
Teslas.
Yeah. Or like yeah, or make it like universal.
Yeah, that's already doable. It just takes a little genius somewhere out there listening to this.
Make it happen.
Yeah, might have that. That's what I like about the Free Idea podcast. It's just thinking about cool ideas and someone picks it up and makes it possible. It makes the world a little more colorful. I can't say fun because we've also thrown some ideas for torture, so that kind of it
Not
doesn't
those.
work out. You were talking about torture and prison time and
And war.
flamethrower wars,
So
Jimmy
war
Droves.
crimes. Not those.
Yeah, no, I guess colorful
Unless it's on
fits.
our side.
It is colorful. It's,
Well, I guess it makes it colorful.
yeah, I
Right.
guess bright red. Yeah, of course, brother. Bright red, black oil,
But
anything. Machine versus machine, like Team Fortress, the video game. Eventually, is robots versus robots.
what about well, I mean this would I guess this would take some people out of their jobs, but like robots that are prostitutes.
Yeah, go on, brother. Go on. Keep
Because
developing that idea, please.
uh,
I want to hear where you take this.
well, that
Robots,
way it like takes off like or like people don't get AIDS and stuff because the robot like just switches up like like a coffee like you change like those coffees that have like the little bottle of like coffee and you switch it up like because it's already used.
oh boy. So a communal sex robot.
Yeah,
Everybody can use it
it's for the hardware app
for the
for the
streets, for
street
the hood.
for the hardware. Yeah, and so like that you know that specific part like change it up, put a new one,
Yeah.
and so
And
people don't get AIDS and HIV, just like basically like an approach of like do states remove like to make something completely illegal or they make it legal but safer. It's like
mm, imagine putting pots in the street for that, like bathroom pots, but for that sex robot on the street of
oh, so it's like
France,
yeah, I see.
like the
Stay with
suicide
friends.
booth. No, France. Well, I guess you could do it
Oh,
with
friends.
friends too if you want. I mean, nobody's stopping
uh,
stopping your
it has to be like a friend.
communal communal sex robot.
No.
Oh boy,
Oh
that's
man,
weird.
yeah,
But that's coming. There's no way that that's not coming. Like the first thing people do when they advance robots is sex robots. That's always the first.
that's always yeah first step. It would uh it would make things safer.
Yeah, it's safer, more accessible.
What? Mm,
Oh no, my AirPods are running out of battery now, but they're still good. They're still good. Cool idea though.
yeah,
We've come up with some cool ideas, some really good ones to balance it out. All the evil ones and all the sexual ones. Very the math is mathing. It maths out
that's
at the
it.
end.
Yeah,
You know,
that's how all the everything is covered.
everything is covered. Yeah. How about an idea to make more food?
More food?
Yeah, more food. How can we make more food? Oh, you know what? Never mind. You got something?
Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
Well, I was just remembering the movie Spy Kids when they put a little pizza on the microwave or like a pill and then turn it on and it becomes a big old pizza or it was a big bird,
Dude, like the
something like
pills
that.
with like the animals were like they're like really small. Like remember like they sell them like at like Dollar Tree and like like really cheap stores.
Yeah.
It's like the little I don't know the dinosaur and you put in a cup of water and it grows bigger.
Yeah.
Like with that would but with food for like military. Oh, I was gonna go get into military
The
for
military.
for regular use.
Right. It's always the military, isn't it?
Always.
Like the internet first was used by the military, the satellites, the internet was first for them, and then it went
Yeah,
for the public.
yeah. We get like we get to use the previous generation of whatever the military's technology is.
Yeah. Except drones. I feel like maybe drones was the only thing that was backwards. Drones were first for the people and then used for the war.
Yeah, I think that's.
except for the big old drones. Maybe not the big old drones that the military always used. Maybe the little drones came from that technology,
UAV about.
but I don't know. So we make more food. Okay, let's do some cool way to make food. An
Okay.
airplane drone that throws missiles that have seeds in them.
Seeds?
Seeds, yeah, seeds of potatoes or something, and you just drone strike the farm to grow
Oh,
potatoes.
I I think that already some people or yeah, a group of people were already into that. It's like they also in the and here in my college as well. I've heard like some projects like that where drones carry spiky, like missile shaped pots of like small trees. And oh, also like a YouTuber actually that one that worked at Tesla and
I think I've
what's
seen
his
it.
name?
Yeah, I've seen it where he drops a care package of seeds, like a box,
Yeah,
and then he
yeah, but
jumps with
it's
it.
like pokey and it like digs into the ground.
Ooh.
Forgot forgot his name, but he does it. But yeah, that would be
Okay,
pretty cool though, like an industrial and like industrial or like yeah, farm level where like a bunch of drones, like the drones in China that make holograms
yeah,
or like they make like firework shows instead of all that coordination being used for entertainment, used for crop, well yeah, for planting for crops, or like to rebirth forests that were once cut.
yeah, that makes sense. They plant or even pesticide. Imagine those little drones with a little bit of pesticide that goes from plant to plant, throwing the pesticide. Instead of having an airplane just dump a huge, pesticide all over the air, you just have
Oh yeah,
drones
yeah.
precisely putting pesticide.
I
That way
had
you don't use excess pesticide.
also I had heard of what something like that to an alternative to pesticides. It's like a machine, like one of those like huge like cat. What is it? Cat? Like yeah, like big old machines that go over crops, and then the back part of like whatever like the tractor has like a bunch of sensors that read like this is already like happening. It reads like stuff or like scans the plant and it reads if it has like any oh malignant stuff. I guess
Mm-hmm.
like yeah, like
Malignant.
little animals, and it throws like a laser, like it's like a really powerful thin laser, really fast, like choo, 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 and it kills out all the harmful stuff. Like it does like a
Yeah.
cleanup of I don't know what it would be like what like worms and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe like beetles and roly-polies and the other ones that are ladybugs, those
Yeah,
that like to eat
it's like a
stuff.
UFO, basically like a UFO throwing lasers,
Hmm.
and instead of throwing it to like a city, it's throwing it to yeah, I guess like little insects like that.
Yeah, happy. Hey, that's how we can use technology for farming.
Farming,
So we already use technology for farming, war, sex. What else can we use technology for? Brain power, body control.
out of control.
The first one I forgot what it was, but that's a lot of ideas. Oh, the Roomba with the tennis balls.
Oh yeah, we started with that one.
We started with the Roomba with tennis balls, and then we ended it with farming with lasers, killing bugs.
Jeez,
Man, it's so cool. So many free ideas.
so many free in the air
So many free ideas
for grabs
for grabs. Some of them can be done today. Some of them will be done in tomorrow.
in the tomorrow.
In the tomorrow.
Yep.
And I think that's a great place to end the podcast. What do you think? Do we keep going,
Yeah,
or that's a good spot to
I
end?
think it's a good spot. I think we covered lots of things.
Yeah, I
Covered
think so too.
war, military, political, sexual. Covered
Yeah, six.
farming, emotion, and emotions.
Yep.
And some, yeah,
All using Roombas and drones and shipped
yeah,
and robots. That's cool. So we started strong. We finished strong. Thank you, Diego, for being my guest today on the Free Get podcast.
oh,
Right here.
thank you. It's a pleasure. Thank you for inviting me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's a pleasure. Pleasure here too. Thank you. Thank you. And now we say our goodbyes.
See